Hey, you sons of bitches. How you guys doing? It's Spartakus.
And Honeybee.
And we're ready to report on last Sunday's fight, March 10th.
And what a fight it was, because you know what? It was lining up to be that 4 two-time champions had registered for this event.
So we knew the odds were pretty high that we were going to have our first 3-time champion, our first month champion. So we were really excited about this.
But
Plus,
first,
we had 20 registered fighters, almost a record.
Yes, and 8 of them, 8, were brand new to the club, brand new to the fight system, and it was so exciting and fun to have that many newbies along for the ride as well. You just saw a couple of them there.
Yeah, and you guys have been great at sponsoring them and at welcoming them to the club. So just a quick notice, I wanted to thank Daniel's son 1000 for taking care of security that night. It went smoothly, and also just leave it to the security team. Okay guys, if there's any issues, just send a message to us. Try not to retaliate. The idea is to de-escalate situations, not escalate them, because we also attract new members at these events. That's how we recruit. And during the day, Honeybee and other members bring friends and new members here. And so
oh, what do you see? Look at, I just have to interrupt, Spartacus. Everybody dies versus Baby Girl right here near the beginning. This was epic because both of these fighters have 2 championships and they meant business, man.
Oh, it was not the only Clash of Titans. There was many that night. Actually, no one left without losing at least once during the night.
Yeah,
everyone had at least
undefeated.
registered 1 loss. So the competition is getting fierce, tough, and to be on top is not an easy job. So
speaking of, here's one of my losses. Something Gamer, man. That guy gives me a run for my money every time. We were out on the field sometimes just practicing during the day.
Yeah, he's a new son of a bitch joined a couple weeks ago, but he's rising to the top pretty quickly and made Honeybee have her only loss of the night. And look at this.
Oh, I tell ya.
He gave a good run for her money. He's a tough one. There you go. He knocks her out.
Oh, man. Something Gamer. I tell you, buddy.
Here we go.
Oh, here's Chat versus KEVO. Welcome back, KEVO. Another good fighter. I practice with KEVO a lot, actually, during the day, too. In fact, Street has me doing a great training program recently. We're going to do a video about that coming up soon, so I won't spoil the fun, but...
Yeah, I have never seen so much people prepare and condition their avatars, running laps to lose weight.
In fact, Daniel
sure their cards were
only did security because he said, I can't fight tonight. I'm too overweight. And I laughed, but then it got me thinking, holy crap, how do I need to prepare for tonight? We're just getting tougher and tougher, and I practice all day some days, man.
So we're going to make a little video coming up featuring those little details on how to be in peak condition for fight night and which cards to use maybe and things like that.
What kind of food to eat,
and how to keep yourself in shape and what to use to fill up on your stamina and health.
Oh, here's Spartacus fighting Hymons. Hymons is SLOVSTER's son.
Yeah, I'm throwing my fist a little
club.
bit more lately. I want to get involved. I like those fights. I think I want to be able to fight my way up to the top 2. So I've been practicing with the champs, and it's been paying off.
And here's Mr. Blonde and TrumpsWeedMan.
Yeah, their first fight night, both of them.
Yeah.
And Mr. Blonde had a heck of a night for his first night.
He sure did. He wasn't sure if he wanted to fight because he was like, I'll never win in this stuff. And you know what? He came out with 2. So congratulations, buddy.
As you can see, though, we picked the caves again as a venue because I really enjoy this place. It's easy to secure. And I don't know, there's something about that slate right there. It feels almost like a boxing ring. And positioning becomes important. On one end, you get pushed against the edge. And on the other one, you're against a wall. So, you know, you have to stay in the center of the ring. It feels much like a boxing ring.
Oh, and then we make our way to the semifinals.
So I'm sorry if I wasn't able to feature everybody, but we had to focus on the semifinals. The odds of winning a monthly champ were so high, I had to try to focus on this. You'll see 4 of the 2-time champions made it to the semifinals, and 2 newbies, me, HACHMAN 420. We both made it there, so we gave it our best to try to see who would make it on top. The idea of stables also is becoming more and more interesting now that we have.
Yeah, a lot of people have been spreading that word, and a lot of people like the idea of having our own ponies. Like I said, our own fighters that we're training, and on Fridays that we use that time to create new and stronger fighters. And not only does the fighter get a point in their stat column, but the trainer would also get a point. But it's not really a stat for fighting; it's a stable point, right? Like or a recruitment with
look what
point,
practice
per se.
can do. Me and HACHMAN have been practicing like crazy, and we made it, both of us, to the finals. Unfortunately, I had to knock him out for the slot. No offense, I know he's a tough son of a bitch. He's getting tougher every fight night.
Yeah, and here's Street fighting
Here's
something.
Street and Something Gamer, the one we were talking about earlier, who's trying to make his way. He's one of the new ones, but oh my God,
well,
is
he
he
makes
ever
it
tough?
to the ends every
However,
time.
Street was able to block his way to the top there, and that was it for Something Gamer at the end. He wasn't able to continue.
Yeah.
But that, I'm telling you, those positions on top, I thought I was having a good night, and then I started fighting champ after champ, and oh my God, you'll see it gets harder and harder to stay on top.
Here you see everybody fighting Honeybee. I know some people were calling me out at the beginning saying, what, are you reserving some easier fights for yourself? I said, excuse me, I will fight everybody and knock you all out.
Which she ended up doing.
So we have to say also, I encourage all of you to try to get new members and invite them as your little ponies, my little ponies, to fight on Friday nights.
Yeah, sponsor them to the events, bring them along, and it's great because we've had a bunch of new subscribers just show up out of the blue, plus the guests that you brought along, and our members are going up, the subscribers are going up, so thank you all for your support. It's very appreciated.
Here was a little upset because sometimes we see glitch coming in and out of different parties when people join our parties. Another reason to get on Discord, everybody, so that we don't have any of those problems happening. Next time in the future, I think what the official's decision now, Spartakus' decision has been that if somebody wins the first round, then they question it. Somebody ran the opposite winner wins it the second round, they question it. We will have that third rematch to kind of make it the final decision. And then here we see Street and Mahana Spartakus fighting it out. Let's see who's going to take this one.
Since I beat HACHMAN, I was able to stay on top and try to make my way to those finals. And I've been practicing with Street, with Honeybee. They've taught me tricks. They were teaching me how to stay in peak condition. And it's starting to pay off. I was able to knock Street out for the first time ever.
He's very, very happy.
I was dancing in my living room. I also knocked out Baby Girl earlier, but I had a rematch against her, and as you can see with the check, well, it didn't go the same way as I thought it would the second time. She ended up beating me on the second attempt that night.
Don't forget that this coming Wednesday, you guys, is Pigskin Rugby, and it's a great way to practice for fighting, because it's going to be like 4 versus 4. You get involved right away. You're always fighting. It's a great way to train. It's fight rules, and this brings us to our final fight.
Yeah, we worked hard that night.
Sunday
20
night.
fighters in, only 2 remaining at the end, plus 2 of them both are 2 times champions. So we know there's a monthly champion coming up very soon at the end of this bout.
And here we have it, Baby Girl and Honeybee. I'm
Both
leaping like a
wanted
little
it
deer.
Very much.
I was
and
trying
Baby Girl was
you know
on a
what?
hot streak.
Oh, she makes me so nervous and stressed. My hands are always sweating when I'm fighting her, and I'm getting anxious, and I've had a mental block because she's been beating me over and over for the last week. And then I trained all day. I'm not kidding, man. I worked hard for this fight, man. I focused and focused.
And if you look, well, both of them have obvious.
Oh God, you know what? Baby Girl,
game.
I watch back our fights sometimes, and she has
backing
some,
up,
exactly,
counter
great
punching,
blocking.
You know, it's not just buttons mashing at this point. You have to actually watch what your opponent is doing.
Yeah,
it's his strategy,
and you've got to learn
because
each person's
you know,
strategy.
if you're at the end, both have had more than one fist fight. They know what they're doing.
I know Baby Girl's a little son of a bitch like me, and she likes to go on out there and pick fights
To the
just
very end,
like
we were not
I
able
do.
to call that fight.
Look how long they go on at this level, right? Like I love when some guys come up and challenge
This is
me.
Honeybee's
and they're like,
perspective, and she's almost down, and she ends up knocking
there it is.
Baby Girl out.
Woohoo!
And there it is, Honeybee NDSB, our first 3-time champion, a highly sought position in the community.
I like to joke around about my bitch mittens, and let me say again, man, those bitches are on top, and not those sons of bitches.
So, well, yeah, we'll be maybe starting the idea of recruiting and bringing new ponies for the champs. I'm going to be celebrating champs on the new webpage.
Don't forget to subscribe and like and share and comment in all the videos below.
Yes, please do, because those actually encourage us. We read them and try to respond, have conversations. So here are the stats, and please help us grow and help us recruit new sons of bitches, and catch you around next event.